Hey, everybody, welcome to That Expert Show, where you help run the show. I'm Anna Canzano. Thanks so much for joining me for this episode. This is going to be a fun one. We're talking all about the top toys for this holiday season. It's coming. Christmas is coming. The holidays are approaching, and I know with that comes expectations. If there's a little kid in your life, they definitely have some expectations when it comes to Christmas morning that you will want to meet. I know that happens in our household. We've had a couple swings and misses over the years, but I have found that these magazines start showing up this time of year, and they're actually quite helpful because our children go through here and essentially circle every item on every page. So it's kind of hard to decipher sometimes. For example, if you look at this page, which item they would actually like the most because every item is circled. So we have an expert lined up today. She is an expert on toys. She's editorial director of the Toy Book and the Toy Insider. She has reported on the retail and the toy industry for the last 16 years. And you've seen her on CNN, Fox and Friends, MSNBC. She's even in the Netflix series, The Toys That Made Us. Joining us live from the Toy Insider headquarters in Manhattan, New York, is Jackie Breyer. Jackie, thanks so much for being with us.
Hi, thanks for having me.
I love the collection of nostalgia toys that you have behind you on the shelves there, like Rainbow Bright. That just brings back so many memories for me.
Yeah, I know we have so many new toys coming in and out of the office every day, but I like having my own personal throwback collection.
That's so fun. Well, we were
Yeah.
talking a little bit leading into the show about the top toys of the year. And it's kind of an interesting topic because it's like, are these really the top toys that kids are wanting, or are they simply the top toys that the manufacturers want us to think that they want?
Their marketing has a lot to do with it. Kids can't know what they don't know exists. They can't want things and put things on their list if they don't know it exists. So if they don't see it in store, they don't see it on TV or online or in a catalog, then it could be a great gift. It could be something that kids will love. But, if they know about it, they can ask for it, they can beg for it, they can ask Santa for it. Marketing does play a big part of it, for
Yeah,
sure.
that's huge. For example, Frozen. I thought we were done with Frozen in our household, and now because of the movie that is coming out conveniently in late November, all of those Frozen toys are being marketed and pushed in various places now. When you're looking at toy trends, are there particular toys this year that really stand out to you?
There are. So there's certain things you have to know your kids to know what's going to be hot for them, but certain things kind of across the board will be popular. So certain toys based on YouTube characters, like Ryan's World or FGTV. You can see behind me the Baby Shark puppet. There's Baby Shark and Mommy Shark and Daddy Shark. They sing the song, so they have almost 4 billion views on that video. Everyone knows it. So that, of course, that's going to be hot.
And when it comes to breaking down the toys by age group, do you want to walk through the top toys, for example, for the grade school aged kids, let's say 7 and up?
Oh, sure. Yeah. And that's a great point because I think a lot of times parents, it's easy to shop for your preschooler, right? They have favorite shows. What do they like? It's really easy. For that older kid, Fortnite is huge. So if we were going to pick a video game property or characters per se that kids love, I would say anything Fortnite. So there's this jumbo loot pinata. I don't know if you can see it. I can grab it for you. Maybe I can grab it for you if I can
Reach it. If you can contort yourself.
Sorry. This guy is huge.
What is that? Is it a llama? I can't quite
Just
see it.
contorted my whole thing here.
Yeah.
Here we go. Look how big this pinata is.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is a big pinata. It also fits into that trend of surprise reveal. So kids actually get to have the fun of a pinata. They're gonna whack it. They're gonna break it open. There's 100 different things in there.
Oh,
100
wow.
toys. And each of the toys is also blind bagged. So it's not just raining toys, it's raining toys in a package. So now you get to spend your whole holiday opening toys. So you can have a figure in here. If you know Fortnite, it's all about building forts, so there's a lot of packages that kids will rip open, and they'll find pieces to build their fort. So I would say that is one thing that's really popular. Another thing that kids really love, especially I find with girls in particular, but both really anybody would love something tactile. Slime, I'm sure you know in your own household, slime and tactile toys are hugely popular. There are kits that help you make slime that make it really easy. There's pre-made slime. I can show you some really fun ones actually. So even Play-Doh, everybody knows and loves Play-Doh, right? But they came out with a whole line of different type of tactile things. Yeah, so this is Play-Doh slime. It's fantastic.
Wow.
It feels great. Really goopy.
So Play-Doh has caught on to the slime trend.
Oh yeah, like how could they not? They're the most well-known compound, right? And then they have a whole bunch of different types, and I think that's really interesting because kids don't just want, typical slime. This is called Super Clouds. So let me see if I can show you. But this is a different texture.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So
our
there's
all
different kinds, and they're addicting. Like if I leave this on my desk, I'll be playing with it all day. They have foam, they have crackling ones. So I think that kind of thing, and letting them make them their own, especially at an older age, kids want to customize. They want to make things. So crafts and activity kits tend to be really popular as well. And Legos, that kind of thing, where it's also building and customizing. Those tend to be evergreen, popular toys with kids.
Awesome. Okay, so let's move down the age bracket then. That was like 7 and above. Let's move into sort of the 3 to 6 range. So sort of pre-K, kindergarten, and first grade, that age range. What are you seeing that kids are really into?
So kids at that age tend to be really focused on their favorite characters. So whether it's TV, movies, what they're watching on YouTube, those are really big with kids in that age group, with the preschool, younger grade school type age. So there are a lot of products. So if you were to ask a mom or a dad of a kid who's between the ages of 3 and 6 whether their child knows Ryan and Ryan's World, they'll probably say, "Are you kidding?" So let me show you there's some really cool Ryan's World toys this year. So last year there was the giant mystery egg, and I think that companies learned from that. They sold out immediately. They couldn't get them. Kids were going crazy. Parents were going crazy. So now there's a giant treasure chest for Ryan, which is full of all kinds of things. This is our safe, our super safe for Ryan. So it opens up, and then inside there's another pack.
Oh, wow.
So kids get to then kind of be Ryan, They get to unbox toys, and it's filled with things that are characters on Ryan's show. He's got a Nick Jr. show too, right? So it's not just his insanely popular YouTube channel, but now, so kids are going to rip this open, and they're going to find all kinds of things. You can build your own character. There's an airplane. There's so much stuff in here. And then kids love having that safe. So then they have something to not only keep those toys, and parents love that too, not only to keep the toys in, but to put other things in there and say, "Hey, this is in my safe. You can't get to it," that kind of thing.
Do you happen to know how much that safe retails for? Because as I recall, I remember seeing one of those Ryan egg things, and they're not exactly cheap.
They're not exactly cheap, but if you're looking for a nice gift for the holidays, I think it's probably about $50-$60. So it's not completely out of the question, but it's also not probably a impulse purchase for no reason type of toy.
Mm-hmm.
Another one I wanted to show you. Do you know FGTV?
No.
Are you familiar with them?
Mm-mm.
So if we're going to stay on the YouTube trend, this is a family. It's kind of like Ryan's World. So where Ryan has about 22 million subscribers on his YouTube channel, FGTV has almost 13 million.
Wow.
But this is that's all.
Yeah,
it's a family who they play video games, and kids love to watch them because they're not just playing video games. They're really into it, animated, make kids feel like they're there in playing with them, having the fun also. So this TV opens up, and then it's got all these fun things in it based on what they do in the show. So it's some silly, like Flush, some figures, um, and then there's of course blind things that you can unwrap in there too. So, toys that let kids not only is it based on characters and things that they love to watch, but it also helps them to act it out themselves. So they can pretend to be on these shows, or these channels unboxing toys. And some kids are really, really, really obsessed with the YouTube channel. So I think it's kind of a no-fail type gift. And if we're going to speak about YouTube trends, I mentioned the puppets too.
Yeah, that shark song just kills me. Oh man.
Right?
Thank
So now
you
that
so much for that. You
I
know,
knew you would like.
that's going to be a top gift that aunts and uncles buy for their nieces and nephews, because
And then they go home.
parents aren't going to invite that into their own homes.
Right, exactly. But it's like a no-fail gift that kids are gonna love. I have one other that I have to say, because my son Henry is 6 and he has this and he loves it. And if you have a child who loves Batman, this is Imagine Next. This thing is really cool. I'm gonna try and hold it back far enough so that you can see it. So this is an RC Batmobile, but watch what happens when you put Batman in.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So I don't know how any kid could not be obsessed with this once they get it.
Yeah, I could totally see kids geeking out over that. I'm curious, for the older set, slightly older set, is Pokemon still big this year?
It is. It really is. So there was the Pokemon movie earlier, but it's still really popular. I see grade school age kids are collecting the cards, Pokemon cards, just like they were when Pokemon first came out. There's Pokemon Pikachu plush. There's figures. There's all kinds of stuff. It is still very popular for sure.
The other thing I thought was funny the other day is I saw a Tamagotchi, those little like kittens that you have to keep alive and feed them and give them water, the little beady type things. I saw those again. I was like, whoa, I didn't know these things were back.
Yeah, so this is a Tamagotchi on. It's like you read my mind. You probably can't see my screen here, but with the new Tamagotchi, they're super cute and cool, but you're going to raise your Tama baby from a baby to a child to an adult. They can get married. They can have Tamagotchi babies. You can connect with another friend's Tamagotchi if they're nearby, and your Tamagotchis can play with each other. So they've kind of taken it to the next level, but it is, it's something kids can put in their pocket. They can take anywhere. There's play patterns. They feed it. What a Tamagotchi is. So yeah, definitely still popular.
But that's probably, that's got to be a kid who's at least 7 or 8 and up, right? Like a kid younger than that may not understand it or appreciate it.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I would say probably 7, 8 is probably the sweet spot for that. I agree with you.
It's so funny to talk about these toys. When I talk about My Little Ponies and how my girls are into My Little Ponies and all of these nostalgia toys, it's like the marketers knew that I would be of this age where I would have children who I might be purchasing toys for, and I'll just buy it because it reminds me of my own childhood and it gives me good feels.
You are exactly right. It's not a coincidence. Of course, you have warm, fuzzy memories about the toys you grew up with, that you loved, that you wish you still had, or maybe you do, and you want to share those memories with your kids. So it makes a lot of sense for those kind of toys to go back. So I have little baby shark. So we have pound puppies. If you are an 80s kid, you would have had a pound puppy. So, he comes in that nostalgic packaging. He's super cute and soft, and kids can then, have their own pound puppy to snuggle with. And also, I think you are a fan of, or your producer. Someone was a big fan of Pretty Pretty Princess.
Oh, yeah, producer Bella. Pretty Pretty Princess. Yeah. She was a fan of those.
Yeah, so it's the original game. Kids have to go around the board and try to collect everything, and then whoever gets the crown is the winner. Oh. So.
Yeah, I could see that ending well, really, in my family. Really, not so much. Let's see. Let's talk about kids in the younger set then. So infant up to like 2 or 3 years old. What's big in the baby toy world?
Sure. So I think when you're talking about a child from infant to about 2 years old, you're kind of going to want to look for products that are developmentally friendly and developmentally appropriate for their age. Yes, favorite characters like Elmo, always popular. But I would say looking for toys that if a child is learning, maybe they're getting ready to learn how to walk, toys where kids can put shape, like shape sorters and things like that are great. I have something here actually that I love. And it also goes back to the like classic type play. We have this activity cube. So inside here, sorry, it's very close. It's wood. It's the kind of toy that you don't ever have to get rid of. It's not going to break. It's got different things for kids to play with. It's got the letters. It's got gears, flippy floppy things. Just very tactile on every side. And it looks pretty in your house because it's a nice wood quality product. So this is Eric Carle Activity Cube. So, if you know Eric Carle and the books he writes, it's based on kind of the art from those books. So it's really beautiful product. Mm-hmm. So I think having something, if you're giving a gift, obviously you care about what's right for the child, but sometimes if it's also appealing to the parent, it's visually appealing. A lot of times babies are playing in the middle of the living room, you know?
Yeah.
They're not going very far from where the family is. Mm-hmm. So things that they can play with that are not too obtrusive or loud or noisy, sometimes that's nice, and something like that will keep them busy for a long time.
Yeah, absolutely. And, there's the sort of the wood toy factor versus having a whole bunch of plastic things in your home that, aren't very sustainable over time. Like you feel good about purchasing a product that, maybe can be recycled on down the line when it's done in use. I know we've given so many of our toys away to friends just to keep them in rotation because it's like if you spent the time and the money buying this toy, but your kids have aged out of it, there's definitely, someone else down the line who can make use of it. Can we talk about budget-friendly toys? I mean, a lot of these really quality toys, are maybe in the $50 to $75 range, but do you have some suggestions for toys for people who are trying to stay within a lower budget level?
Yeah, sure. So this year, the Toy Insider, we launched a new segment called 12 Under 12. We picked some of our favorite toys that are under $12, which are really accessible to anyone, or if you're looking just for a smaller gift. A lot of the tactile stuff falls into that realm. So if you're these are called stickies, and they're smushy guys. Mm-hmm. And if you throw them, they stick against the wall. So those are very silly. Mm. We have Mush Me's, which are these cute little plush guys. They're super soft. They have a nice squeeze to them. There's a lot of toys that kids would absolutely love, and they don't have to break the bank. Here's another one that I really like. This is called Foodie Surprise. Oh, let me grab this. This is Foodie Ruse. So Foodie Ruse, I have it right in front of me. They come in a little case, so you don't really know what pet you're getting, but you know it's going to be popcorn. Scented. Don't eat it. When you open it up, you've got a cute little character. You don't know what pet it's going to be, but it has a great scent. This one really does smell like popcorn. And then their little cases open up to be a home. It comes with stickers, and I opened this one up for us earlier.
Right.
This guy smells really good. He's like juice. And then kids can close it back up and they, keep them in there to go to sleep or, put other things in there, that kind of thing. So there's plenty of smaller gifts that fall right into that age. I have one more that I would love to show you. This is Crybaby's Magic Tears.
Crybaby's Magic Tears. Okay.
Yes, I know. And when you see it, you're like, why? But they're so popular. So Crybabies come in these cute little, I don't know what's in here. I know there's a crybaby in there, but what does it look like? What does it come with? So when you open it up, you get this cute little baby. This one's dressed as like a little bunny, and it's got all little stickers. You open it up, and it's got all these little pieces that go with it. But it comes with the key item is this little baby bottle. You fill it with water. You feed it to your little baby, and then the little baby
Cry.
is so sad. Oh, the baby's so sad. And then, and then kids get to, oh, little baby, and make them happy, and they can play in their little house. So, you know, it's in that affordable price range. Kids are gonna play with that all day. Honestly, I know it sounds like, how much could you want to put? I mean, come on, I could sit here and do that all day.
Make the baby cry.
Yeah, it's so funny, right? But so sad.
Oh, it is so sad and so funny. I remember, the babies that you would feed the bottle and they actually would wet their diaper. I remember that being a thing a certain number of years ago as well. The last couple of years, our girls have been really into Hatchimals. Is that still huge? Because they're still talking about them and fighting over them all the time.
Okay, I don't know if I can reach my Hatchimals. Wow. As you know, my wire got a little shorter. But let me see. Let me see if I can help us go get it.
Yes.
Please. I don't want to lose you. This was poorly planned.
That's okay.
Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Okay.
Observe everyone as Jackie falls out of her chair.
Where is it? This is Hatchimals Wow.
Holy moly.
Thank you. So what's cool about this Hatchimal, first of all, I'm not even going to attempt to reach the egg that I have over there, but it's as opposed to where the original Hatchimal came in that egg and, you waited for it to hatch, you rubbed it and played with it, and it would light up and then it would hatch. But it was a one-time hatch. Now it comes with a reusable, rehatchable egg for the first time. So that's cool because kids can keep putting it in and rehatching it. But let's see if we can get this little guy to go on.
Oh, gosh.
So, I know. So this Hatchimal is funny because the more you play with it, the taller it gets until you're like...
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's like the stuff of nightmares.
Or the stuff of a really great holiday morning.
Yes, yes.
But this thing can go... It will, if you keep playing with it and petting it and, talking to it and singing, it's going to go all the way up to 3 feet tall.
What?
So, yeah. So for a kid, that's pretty magical. That's pretty gigantic. I mean, even for me, that's crazy, right? But it's cute, it's soft, it's fuzzy, it can hatch again and again, or you can put anything in that egg and tell your friends to hatch it. So.
I say that's the stuff of nightmares, but that's totally coming from the adult perspective. I'm sure that a kid would be enthralled with a thing that raises up to 3 feet tall.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's really fun. It was innovative of the company Spin Master to make that and to have it do that. So I give them a lot of credit for kind of reinventing one of the most. I mean, remember, you couldn't even get one a couple years ago. So now they've kind of innovated a little bit on that. And it's a lot of fun.
I mean, you've been at this for quite some time. Do you have some basic strategies for parents or for aunts and uncles as they're going to purchase for a child of any age? I mean, obviously, try to have the conversation and know the kid and know what they're interested in. But beyond that, do you have some advice for buying the gift that you think that they're going to enjoy?
Well, you hit on the main key really is to kind of have an idea of what the child is into. As a mom of 2, I know that people who are shopping for my kids, my siblings and grandmas and all of that, they ask me, what are they into? Or even if you can't tell me a specific toy, do they like a certain character, or do they want to do a craft, or just any kind of an idea? It's okay to guess. It's okay to go to the store and look and see what you think they would like. But there's also a lot of guides, like our website, toyinsider.com. You can go there and you can search by age. We don't break things down by gender because we don't believe in, kind of stereotyping that way what a child would like. Every child's unique and they can play with whatever interests them. So we show a wide range of products that hit on different developmental milestones that cover all the trends. There's so many great toys out there, so you really can find something for any kid.
It's interesting because you bring it up kids will sometimes surprise you too. Like Toys R Us, unfortunately, isn't around anymore. I think it's coming back in a different form here soon. But there's not that opportunity a lot of the time to take a kid to a toy store, because they will demonstrate to you specifically what they're interested in just by what they gravitate toward. So I've found that to be an intriguing process, is just taking them to a place like, for us, I think we've gone to Lakeshore Learning, which has kind of more educationally based toys. And I really try to pay attention to what the children naturally spend time engaging with, because that's kind of your biggest tell right there.
Yeah, I can't stress enough, if you have a local toy store, independent toy stores, they are all really, it's not like when you, not that there's anything wrong with shopping at a bigger mass market store, but when you go to a toy store like this, it's a specialty store, and the people who work there know this is what they do. They know what kids like. So you can go in there and say, my grandchild is 5 and I just don't know what to get him. I think he likes cars and he likes to do science things. Like, can you help? And they will help you.
Yeah.
So I would say the number one thing, to have someone kind of handhold a little bit and show you. They'll take you around the store. It's kind of universal. That's what these stores are known for. That I would definitely check those out if you're not sure.
Yeah, and it's great to support local businesses, for a
Absolutely.
variety of reasons as well. Jackie Breyer, thank you so much for your insight. I feel much better informed going into this Christmas season than I have in years past.
Good, I'm glad. Thank you so much for having me.
And thank you for joining me for this episode of That Expert Show. Hope you found it helpful. We are live every Monday at 11 a.m. talking with a different expert about lifestyle issues, things that actually apply to your everyday life. If you don't catch it live on Mondays, you can always look for it on thatexpertshow.com. Connect with us on social media as well. I'm on Facebook at Anna Canzano, Twitter and Instagram at That Expert Show. We put the episodes out on our YouTube channel, That Expert Show, and we also kick it back out to you as a podcast. So we're on Apple iTunes, Google Play, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, all those good places. Sure appreciate you being along for the journey and being part of the conversation. That's the whole idea. It's a two-way conversation. You tell me what you want to know about, and I ask the expert for you. It's That Expert Show, where you help run the show.